Hello, and thank you for joining us. Today we have some highly anticipated and exciting news to share with everyone who educates students or manages technology across classrooms, schools, and entire school districts. We love seeing how technology in the classroom has the ability to personalize active learning in a manner that engages and excites students, as opposed to a traditional lecture and test environment. In the age of information, the internet has become the place where students learn and explore, growing and following where their curiosity takes them. In fact, students spend nearly twice as much time online than ever before. But this means that there is a growing need for digital safety and digital citizenship to eliminate cyber attacks and prevent students from accessing unsafe content. We also understand that managing devices for an entire school or an individual classroom is more than a full-time role, which means our digital safety solution needs to offer admins and teachers powerful controls with easy-to-use, fast, intuitive features. Combining best-in-class network threat prevention and content filtering features that block unsafe content and malicious attacks so students can learn safely anywhere, including protection against malware and phishing attacks. We are so excited to share with you an exclusive Jamf Safe Internet experience. For an in-depth look at Jamf Safe Internet, which is releasing tomorrow, here's Michael Devins.
Ensuring your students are safe and secure is paramount, but this need is heightened when issuing devices that go home with students. At Jamf, we understand that content filtering, on top of all of your other IT needs, is a lot to take on. To help you with that, we're introducing a seamless integration so you can deploy Jamf Safe Internet right from within the flagship education MDM you know and love, Jamf School. Jamf Safe Internet can be deployed to an existing fleet or built right into the zero-touch deployment workflows our customers know and love, meaning your students have a safe and secure learning environment everywhere they learn, from the moment they unbox their device. Let me show you how easy it is to deploy Jamf Safe Internet from within the Jamf School Management System. Once your Jamf Safe Internet instance is set up and connected, you can deploy it for your student macOS or iOS devices in the same way you're used to making any other profile. Simply click on Profiles, then Overview. From here, you can see existing profiles or create a new profile. Once you choose which platform you're targeting, either macOS or iOS, the rest of the process will be the same. Let's demonstrate this by setting up an iOS policy. Select the operating system you want to make the profile for, or select Upload Custom Profile, and the type of enrollment you want. Enter a name in the profile name field, and configure additional settings. Now that you have your profile configured, let's set the configuration payload. Here you can see your active policy that's coming from your Jamf Safe Internet dashboard. Now that the Jamf Safe Internet payload is set, scope this to your student devices and save. We wanted to make sure we offered the best end user experience, so we've introduced the Jamf Trust app for our education users. The Jamf Trust app is available to deploy with Apple School Manager today. Once a device has both the Jamf Safe Internet profile and the Jamf Trust app, students can enjoy a safe learning experience no matter their location, protected from malicious threats. That's how easy it is to deploy Jamf Safe Internet with Jamf School. Let's see what this looks like on a student device. When a student attempts to navigate to content that's restricted in Jamf Safe Internet, a block message is displayed. This clearly communicates that they are not allowed to access this particular content, helping keep students safe online. We've now set up a profile and delivered a simple policy payload. But we know that each school's content filtering requirements are unique. With Jamf Safe Internet, you have the option to dive right in and create the perfect policy payload for you, all within the Jamf Safe Internet portal. Let's start with the dashboard. Here, admins are given easy-to-read tiles for a quick glance at number of active devices, web connections, top 5 categories blocked, pages blocked, a website category checker, as well as platform breakdown and daily usage. Unsure what category a domain name falls under? The Domain Category Checker allows you to quickly check the category of a domain right on the home page and act accordingly within your policies. Next, let's take a look at policies, where these domain categories exist and where the real magic happens. Although you can customize granular policies, Admins can also select easy, predefined rules that quickly set your policy. Safe Internet configures your policy to block content that is non-compliant with regional child internet safety regulations. This includes adult, extreme, gambling, illegal, third-party proxies, and tobacco site categories. High bandwidth blocks content that consumes a large amount of data. This includes audio and video, social media, gaming, and cloud and file storage. Unproductive content blocks social media and gaming to keep your students focused. Select one, many, or all, depending on your needs. If an IT admin does want to fully customize the experience, they can expand each category to see what's blocked by default. Let's say there's a need to allow or block a certain social media site. It's easy to allow or block just specific social media domains based upon your school's rules. When you're done adjusting your policy, just hit Save and Apply. It's that easy. And this is just one example of the many categories Jamf Safe Internet offers. It's worth noting, Jamf Safe Internet's categories are not just about content filtering. By default, malware, phishing attacks, and spam are blocked to ensure a high level of device security and student safety. Finally, to add custom rules to your policy, you can enter or paste a list of domains or IPv4 addresses to apply a policy action. Alternatively, you can upload a CSV file of domains and IPv4 addresses, making it easy to add as many custom rules as you need. Security professionals know that threat management doesn't stop with protective tools. You need to understand the effects of your work and enable proactive measures to adjust. And you'll want thorough reporting to keep track of it all. Reporting on Jamf Safe Internet is clean and effective, offering 2 levels of details: site and category usage reports for blocked URLs, and a security report for malware and malicious threats. Now you can understand your device usage and monitor the effectiveness of what you've put in place. We know that for many schools, device security and content filtering doesn't fall on the shoulders of just one admin. That's why we're excited to offer support for multiple admins. Creating additional admins is easy and only takes a few clicks. Within settings, you can add a new admin, enter the details, and set their role and access privileges. Done. We've shown you how easy it is to deploy Jamf Safe Internet with Jamf School. If you're a Jamf Pro customer wondering if you can also use Jamf Safe Internet, the answer is yes. To configure Jamf Safe Internet with Jamf Pro, you'll navigate to UEM integration and settings, then view the UEM Connect tab for advanced features, syncing, and group membership mapping. All of this can be checked and monitored in the UEM logs section. That's content filtering and network threat prevention for education with Jamf Safe Internet. Now back to Dean.
And that's Jamf Safe Internet, designed to bring powerful, easy workflows to wherever devices are used, allowing students to learn fearlessly with safe, private connections everywhere learning happens. Now let's bring in a panel of Jamf education technology experts to discuss the importance of management and security and how the right workflows within education IT empower, enable, and encourage the absolute best learning experience.
Thanks, Dean. I'm excited to host this panel of experts and dive into a few key questions and get their opinion. My name is Suraj Mohandas and I lead education strategy at Jamf. It gives me great pleasure to introduce our illustrious panel, starting with Sam Alcock. He's our senior product manager, Eric Blakely, a consulting engineer focused on education, and Aaron Webb, who's a senior product marketing manager for education. He's also an Apple Distinguished Educator, class of 2013, and I'm being told it's the best class ever, but there may be follow-ups there. But welcome everyone, and excited to have you all on this panel, and I'm going to jump into it and can't wait to get into all of these questions with all of you. As all of you know, we're on a mission to manage and secure Apple devices here at Jamf. And as you know, we have a purpose-built management solution in Jamf School that really makes the management of Apple devices extremely easy, regardless of whether you are a seasoned admin or someone that is juggling a role of IT admin along with another role in your school. And while we were expanding our portfolio of security offerings on the commercial side, we realized that we had a very unique opportunity to bring the power of these commercial solutions to education while really tailoring the experience for simplicity and ease of use. We also strongly believe in creating a focused learning environment with strong, acceptable usage policies for all while respecting user privacy and protecting personally identifiable information, or PII. We also believe such a system combined with great digital citizenship literacy is the right way to prepare students for their digitally connected world. And that completeness in our offering is what we're going for. And I can't wait to hear the feedback from this panel as we dive into the details. So to learn more about what gets them excited about Jamf Safe Internet, I'm going to start with Sam. Sam, hey, welcome.
Howdy.
And I wanted to kind of start you off with an easy one, maybe. There's been a significant amount of work and great collaboration that has gone into building Jamf Safe Internet. What are some of the key elements of the solution that really stand out to you as unique differentiators? What sets us apart from the other solutions in the market?
Yeah, no, you're right. It has actually been an incredible effort from so many people across Jamf. And you can see it when you see the product and kind of everything else around it that supports that product. For me, there are really four things that sets it apart from the competition. The first one you mentioned already, and that's that we have a really strong pedigree as a commercial content filtering provider in the kind of enterprise space. And we already process, over 470 million requests per day. We have a pretty reasonable database of just over 2 million domains, and we can boast pretty good classification results. And really what that means for customers is that we get the classification right, and they can be confident that the blocking of categories is going to cover everything within that category and ultimately just protect students. The next one is that all of that goodness that exists within our commercial products, we've taken it and we've optimized it for the education persona. So kind of what that really means is that we built an entirely new web interface for Safe Internet. It's much more simplified than our commercial product. It's more workflow orientated. It uses language which is more familiar with education customers. It's one of the things that our prototype customers have actually really enjoyed using. So I've been getting feedback saying that it took like maybe a couple of hours of searching around Radar and really learning it. And Safe Internet was just a few minutes. It's much, much more simple. The third thing is that we've integrated with the best MDM in education, which just happens to be Jamf School. So customers already loved Jamf School. They're super familiar with it. So we've tightly integrated Jamf School and Safe Internet together to make deployments of Safe Internet silky smooth. So all customers really need to do to deploy is just add a payload to an existing or a brand new profile, and it will deploy everything just out of the box to meet the SIPA regulation, or actually any of the regional regulations. They're all pretty similar. So they can deploy the whole service, test that it's working, never have to leave Jamf School. And the last one is we're Apple first and privacy by design. So we're leveraging really the cutting edge of technology on the Apple platform. And that gives customers like incredible performance, and it still respects their right to privacy, and it doesn't compromise on any of their protection. So by default, we don't collect any personal identifiable information. We're also not exposing individual student browsing habits, but we still give lots of detail to IT admins so they can still administer like a really effective content filtering policy. And lastly, we use DNS. So DNS doesn't route all of the students' traffic through some proxy somewhere in the world. It's much faster and much more privacy preserving. So that's the four things: content filtering strength, optimized for education, better together with the best NDM in education, Jamf School, and Apple first, privacy by design.
That's awesome. We definitely seem to be focusing on the right things right out of the gate. So appreciate that feedback. And I wanted to kind of turn it over to Eric for the next question. As someone that has worked in K-12 school systems before and used several of the solutions out in the market already, what gets you excited about Jamf Safe Internet and the unique problems it addresses? And, if you had the time machine, DeLorean or not, like if you were to go back to the time when you were an admin, how would you kind of combine MDM and Safe Internet and really look at it as a way to make your life easier as an IT admin while keeping children safe online? Love to get your thoughts on that.
Yeah, and the fact that we're even going to talk about a time machine is just amazing. So honestly, there's a lot to get excited about. It's interesting because it largely centers around simplicity, which in the IT space, especially in ed tech, we've almost been trained to turn our noses up to. We've been so accustomed to needing to be able to, push all the buttons and see all the things that we forget how much of our day gets wasted on that minutia. So by getting caught up in that web, we can lose sight of what makes ed tech so unique and powerful. And that should be focusing on creating that safe space for authentic learning. I don't want to downplay the importance of that first part of the statement, which is safety. We're all too aware of how quickly our digital environment has changed and is changing, and how we can go from that safe exploration of resources that teachers provide to something quite different in the blink of an eye. So what I really love about Jamf Safe Internet is, and this goes to Sam's point earlier, gaining the confidence that online traffic, it's already being categorized so efficiently, and most importantly, from what I've seen correctly, that for the first time in using a content filtering solution, I don't get nervous about seeing policies that are based on categories. It just makes it that simple. And to what I was saying earlier, we've become so used to needing to see all of those things and be able to dive into such a granular detail that we would typically spend such a large amount of time tuning and tweaking and making sure everything was just the way we needed it to, just to make sure that websites were either blocked or presented the way we wanted. And that doesn't even factor in the daily and sometimes hourly request that I would get from teachers just to make sure that the resources that they needed their students to have access to worked as they expected. Teachers aren't in front of their students, all that long. So any sort of delay in that process just adds additional burden to IT. It decreases that perception of being able to be a little bit more seamless when it comes to technology and delivery. So why should IT need to be in such a position? And, there's a way to be more impactful around things that they can and should be doing to create that safe space for authentic learning. So to get to that time machine thing, beyond getting the confidence with Jamf Safe Internet, it's really refreshing to see such a smooth deployment and no need for that extra levels of certification that we would need to ensure student devices are meeting security standards. I was in ed tech for about a decade and a half, and I never once considered myself a security engineer. I didn't think I would need to, but the world has changed significantly, and we have to make sure that devices that are being deployed to students are safe and secure. And more importantly, schools come in all shapes and sizes, as do their IT departments. So there's no reason why ensuring student safety should be a time-consuming and complicated thing. Honestly, it puts a lot of pressure on one person or one department to get it right. So the cool thing, Jamf Safe Internet does relieve some of that pressure with just a few clicks. Another mantra of IT is we tend to want that single pane of glass, but device and security have typically lived in separate buckets. Device deployment is no longer just about securing the device itself. It's also about ensuring everything coming into the device is safe and secure as well. So being able to deploy Jamf Safe Internet with a default secure and compliant policy right from within Jamf School, and along with all of our other device settings, all while never having to leave that great interface within Jamf School, amazing. But we also know that not everything can and should live in a single pane of glass, which is why, also to Sam's point before, the Jamf Safe Internet console is still there that allows admins to do those additional filtering tasks, give them that visibility into what's actually happening on those devices. So yeah, lots of cool things. I would totally take that DeLorean ride. It would be really fun to get back into that environment and play with these great new tools.
Yeah, we have Jamf Safe Internet coming out, but Jamf Time Machine, we got to get working on that. Not a product that we're working on today, but that's so awesome to hear that, Eric, just from your experience and having been in the IT admin chair, to get that perspective is super helpful. Let's maybe go to Aaron for the next question. You're an Apple Distinguished Educator. You've been in an admin position before at an Apple Distinguished School. How you saw the combination of MDM and Jamf Safe Internet creating a safe, focused learning environment. Now having seen the product, like what gets you excited about that, and how do you see it really enhancing the learning experience for the children in the classroom?
I think it goes back to what Eric's just said as well. Like when I was an IT admin, I didn't see myself as a security expert. It was kind of, is the device like secure? Is it like, has it got a passcode on it? It was more like the physical security of the device. And it didn't always fall into the same sort of bucket as what an IT admin would be doing. They'd be pushing out the apps. It wouldn't always fall into their remit of what they was doing. Often it would be the safeguarding lead who would have an oversight on what's going on, or it would be a different department, maybe outsourced to like the local authority, district, or the internet service provider, like bucketed in the sort of content filtering solution. But that all changed when obviously devices started going home. It was being the learning flipped, and now the learning can be just as impactful in at home on that device as much as it can be in the classroom. So making sure that those devices are safe and secure, and the fact it's integrated into Jamf School makes it super easy for someone who's just starting out to say, we want to make sure that we manage and secure these Apple devices for our children, for our students, right out the box. And that just makes them, the teachers, so much more confident, knowing that they can go home, the device is going to be safe and secure, not only from the content filtering, but from malicious threats as well. We've seen a lot of cyber attacks on education over the recent years. So knowing that a teacher can sort of just allow the children to learn fearlessly, and the fact it's not encroaching on their privacy, the fact that we're leaning into that Apple privacy status that everyone knows and loves, and the fact that they're using the device as a native device, it's not hindering that experience. There's a reason why the children love the iPads in the classroom. They can do so many creative things, so many productive things, and then take that device home as well. So we want to make sure that experience is super seamless for them at home, but also the teachers, the IT admins, the senior leadership team, the parents as well. So all stakeholders that empower student success really are comfortable with the solution, comfortable with the device going home, with that prevention over inspection stance.
That's great to hear as well, and to create that safe learning experience without getting in the way of learning is a balance that we would always strive to strike. And this next one is for you as well. As a product marketing manager, I know you've been excited to promote this product. What are some of the exciting resources that we will be making available, and the events that we'll be hosting in the coming months to help admins and schools really successfully understand, implement, and adopt Jamf Safe Internet?
Yeah, there's going to be loads. Safe Internet is a huge step for Jamf, not only in education, but across our whole entire business as we bring together management and security across all verticals. I'm really excited to see Safe Internet come to the education market because it's the same vertical that Jamf was born in, and we're celebrating 20 years of Jamf this month as well. So born in education, growing to where we are today with management of Apple devices, and now we're adding security to our offerings. And it's really exciting to see that just blend together over the next 20 years. I think this is the perfect product to come out, a education focused content filtering solution for Apple devices on our 20-year anniversary when Jamf was born out of education. I think that's perfect timing. But in turning back to sort of now, what we've got coming up, we've got a wealth of resources sort of coming. We've got ebooks on content filtering essentials. Really, there's going to be a wealth of content there to meet you where your needs are. So if you're just new starting out on this and you're a school just taking some iPads and you want to deploy them in Jamf School, we're going to have some content filtering essentials for you so you can get up to speed. We'll have some webinars. We're going to lean in heavily into digital citizenship and have some blogs and some webinars around that, because we think that when you actually educate the students as well alongside Jamf Safe Internet, that gives them skills for the future. You actually show them how to navigate the resources, navigate the internet, be a strong digital citizen in the technology that they're using. So that's super important. Lots of training, but most of all, dialogue with you, our customers, our partners, We love feedback and conversation. And I've just got back from Jamf Nation Live in Europe. It's been fantastic to speak to all of our customers and partners. And if there's a feature request, let us know. If there's something that you love, let us know. And if you're not a member of Jamf Nation, please do join the community. So it doesn't matter if you're an experienced IT admin or you're just starting out with Jamf, a teacher who uses Jamf Teacher, or just a teacher in a school who wants to know more about Apple device management and security because you're just getting started. So lots coming in terms of resources. Look on the website that we've got, the jamf.com website, the education. We've got a Safe Internet product page, but also we'll be doing lots of blogs, webinars. I'll be filtering out across this summer, really to get you enabled in the, up and running with Safe Internet. So yeah, we're here to make the best products for you and simplify your needs and experience using Apple to empower student success. So it's also a conversation as well. So we are super excited to get it out into the market, but also want to hear your feedback.
Wow, that was awesome, right? Like, what else is there left to say? I am so charged up from the discussion. I can't thank you enough for all the insights that you shared. It has been amazing to have a conversation with all of you, and I really can't wait for all of you out there to really use the product to keep students safe while also preventing threats like malware and phishing. Thank you in advance for all the feedback. Like Aaron said, like, we love feedback. We want to get the feedback from you directly, and help us evolve the product to your needs. And can't wait to get it in your hands. And these are exciting times. So thank you very much. Back to you, Dean.
Incredible yet safe learning is an experience every student can now enjoy. Speaking of enjoy, please stick around and enjoy some special musical guests. You will have to follow a new link to join in with dueling pianos. Details are in the chat and on the next slide. Thank you for your time. Take care.